Hello everyone, this is Akshaya of B.Pharmacy first year studying in MAHARAJAHS College of Pharmacy. Today I am here to discuss about biosynthesis of catecholamines. Before entering into the topic, we need to know what are meant by catecholamines. Catecholamines are the organic compounds which are monoamine neurotransmitters. These prepare the body during the stress condition to fight or flight reactions. Now, entering into the topic, the name catechol refers to dihydroxylated phenyl ring. Here in the diagram, we can see that on the phenyl rings there are two hydroxyl groups. It refers to as dihydroxylated phenyl ring. The main catecholamines are dopamine, norepinephrine and epinephrine. The precursor for the synthesis of catecholamines is tyrosine. The synthesis of catecholamines is very tissue specific. It takes place only in adrenal medulla and central nervous system. The four steps involved in the synthesis of catecholamines are hydroxylation, decarboxylation, hydroxylation and methylation. Now let us discuss about metabolism of tyrosine, which is a precursor for biosynthesis of catecholamines. The first step involved here is hydroxylation. Tyrosine is converted to DOPA, that is dihydroxyphenylalanine, by the process called as hydroxylation and by an enzyme tyrosine hydroxylase. Here the coenzyme required here is tetrahydrobiopterin. We know that there is only one system is involved in conversion of tyrosine to DOPA, but there is also another system involved, that is tyrosinase, which is also present in melanocytes, which converts tyrosine into dihydroxyphenylalanine. Coming to the next step, that is decarboxylation. Here dihydroxyphenylalanine DOPA is converted to dopamine by the process called as decarboxylation and by an enzyme aromatic amino acid decarboxylase, and it is an PLP dependent process. Coming to the next step, that is hydroxylation. Dopamine is converted to norepinephrine by an enzyme dopamine beta hydroxylase, and here ascorbate is converted to dehydroascorbate, and this process is called as hydroxylation. Here OH group is attached to the carbon. Coming to the last step, methylation. Norepinephrine is methylated to epinephrine. The main difference between norepinephrine and epinephrine is presence of methyl group on the epinephrine. It is done by S-adenosine methionine. Norepinephrine, epinephrine and hormones are synthesized very prominently. Norepinephrine is synthesized very prominently in the certain regions of the brain, whereas dopamine is situated only in the region of substantia nigra of the brain. Functions and disorders of catecholamines. The main functions of the catecholamines is respond during the stress condition and making the body ready for fight or flight reactions. Norepinephrine and epinephrine regulate carbohydrate and lipid metabolism. They also stimulate the degradation of triacylglycerol and glycogen. They cause an increase in blood pressure. Dopamine and norepinephrine serve as neurotransmitters in the brain and autonomic nervous system. Now let us discuss about disorders of catecholamines. One of the main disorders is Parkinson's disease. It is due to the decreased production of dopamine. It is most severely seen in elderly people of above 60 age. About 1% of population are easily affected by Parkinson's disease. The main cause of the Parkinson's disease, it is due to the damage of the certain parts of the brain, that is substantia nigra, where dopamine is produced, which leads to the decreased production of dopamine. The main symptoms of the Parkinson's disease is tremors, muscular rigidity, lethargy, expressionless face and etc. Here we can diagnose Parkinson's disease by an imaging scan technology called as DAT scan, where the quantity of dopamine is estimated and it is treated with DOPA, that is dihydroxyphenylalanine. DOPA is decarboxylated into dopamine in the brain. As dopamine cannot be directly enter into the body, so we use DOPA for treatment of Parkinson's disease. This is how Parkinson's disease is cured. At last, I conclude biosynthesis of catecholamines as catecholamines are synthesized from tyrosine, which results in formation of dopamine, norepinephrine and epinephrine from tyrosine. It is a tissue-limited process where it takes place at certain tissues, that is adrenal medulla and central nervous system. I refer this topic from biochemistry by U. Satyanarayana and U. Chakrapani. Thank you everyone.